Hi guys. Over the years I've been fishing. I noticed that one great method of catching yellow perch in freshwater is to use live bait. And minnows are often a great choice of bait. So today I'd like to take some time and show you how to tie up a double minnow rig for fishing perch. You can be used for fishing perch in shallow water, deep water, offshore on a boat, whatever you're going to have to be fishing, this rig will be suitable for you. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some snips, a sinker. In this case I have a 1-ounce sinker, 2 bait holder hooks. These are size number 8, perfect size for perch or rather small hooks, and some line. You're going to need between 14 and 20 pound either fluorocarbon or monofilament line. Today I'm just using this braid for demonstration purposes so you can see it on the camera. But that's what you're going to need. So let's get started here. You're going to start by taking this line, and on the end you're going to attach your sinker. And you can use any knot you like to tie in the sinker. A lot of guys use overhand knots because if the sinker happens to get snagged, you'll lose your sinker and not your whole bait rig. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a normal clinch knot here. Let me try this again. Okay, now I'm going to tighten that, and when I'm going to tighten it, I'm going to moisten it and then cinch it tight. And the reason I moisten that is so it doesn't cause friction, which will lead to damaging the line and breaking it. So I'm just going to snip off the end here. Okay, now you can see I have just the sinker and a big piece of the line. So up from the line, about 8 inches up, I'm going to make the line. I'm going to take the line and cross it over itself to form a loop, like so. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this loop and you're going to wrap it just like that. And you're basically tying an overhand knot. And you're going to keep feeding this through 3, 4, 5 times. And then you're going to wet it and cinch it down tight. Okay, now above from that, remember this is a double rig, you're going to do the same thing. About 8 inches up from that, double the line over, going to make 1 pass through, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going to wet the knot and pull tight. So now you can see what I essentially have on this rig is a sinker at the bottom with 2 loops. Those 2 loops are going to turn into your leaders. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and when you stretch this out you can see that the side closest to the bottom, it's your bottom side. So we're going to take some snips and we're going to snip that side. And we're going to do the same on the top. You can see this here would be the bottom side. So we're going to take these snips and we're going to snip it. So now what you can, now you see what you have is 2 pieces of line coming from your main line and then your sinker. So on these 2 main lines you're going to tie on these bait holder hooks, and you can use any knot you'd like. Sometimes you could snell these. Once again, I prefer just a simple clinch knot. And in the beginning I said you'd need between 14 and 20 pound monofilament or fluorocarbon line. The reason for such a heavy line is because it's very stiff, and it'll make your hook stand out, which gives you less of a chance of, you know, getting tangled, or let's say you have a double, the fish won't get tangled with each other. Okay, so we're going to cinch that tight, And now we're going to do the same on this top one. Okay, so now after you trim your tag ends hanging from these, oops, these are the wrong way, that could be why. Now you can see there's two hooks coming off the main line, and you can make these leaders shorter or longer. Okay, so now that you have your leaders done and your bait holder hooks tied on, the last thing we need to do is find out some way to connect this rig to our main line coming from our fishing rod. So what we're going to do on the end, you could tie a barrel swivel to this and then tie the barrel swivel to the main line, but knowing me, all my rods are rigged up with just a simple snap on the end. So it's a lot easier if you make a surgeon's loop up here to tie that to. So what we're going to do is, just like before, we're going to take this line and we're going to double it over, and then we're going to tie that same loop type knot again. Cinch it. And that's it.